for that detailed weather report. We have a recent report of 2 cases of the plague in China. 2 men are currently being treated in hospital. The Great Plague comes in 2 forms, pneumonic and bubonic plague. Pneumonic attacks the lungs and bubonic the immune system. These are horrible diseases that can lead to deaths within 72 hours if left untreated. I now have some extremely old news bulletins to show you. Let's flash back 674 years and compare the Great Plague report back then to now. I'm here with an important update. Edinburgh, as I speak, is in crisis. A popular figure in our city has died. Rest in peace, Mary King. Not only that, but thousands are dying from the deadly disease, the Great Bubonic Plague. This outbreak is the most significant Scotland has ever seen. Many doctors have started refusing patients because they are worried of getting ill themselves. Our hero, Dr. George Ray, is travelling around treating patients and sending dead bodies to be buried. Our graveyards are almost full, so we have started sending the dead bodies to mass burial sites in Leith Links here and in Boroughmuir here. After a 40-day quarantine, the victims, if still alive and uninfected, can receive a health certificate and get permission to leave the city. Now, a witness report from Dr. Ray himself. Welcome, Doctor. Tell us about what's going on out there.
It's chaos out there. So many people have contracted the foul pestilence. More and more people are dying every day.
How are you treating it, and is it working?
Some treatments have been developed. They consist of popping the toxic lumps around here and here and releasing the pus and blood, soaking the patient in vinegar or covering them in rose petals and sweet-smelling herbs. I like to think it's helping as it eases their discomfort.
Can you explain your outfit to us, please?
Yes, I thought you would ask about that. You see, the plague was brought to us by the evil, dead spirits passing through like bad smells. Therefore, my mask contains sweet-smelling herbs to aid that problem. Now, I can't contract the plague. My cloak is so spirits can't see me. It's simple, really.
Do you think the plague will end?
Yes, one day the foul pestilence will be gone from our city, but will forever haunt our past.
Thank you, Doctor. We
Thank
trust
you.
you to help our city heal.
Thank you.
We now have reports in about the death ships arriving in Sicily, Italy. Let me tell you about it. It's October 1347 and 12 ships arrive at the dock and everyone rushed to see what was aboard them. They came to a major shock as they saw everyone on board were either dead or barely alive. They were all infected with the Great Bubonic Plague. The Sicilian government instantly ordered the ships to leave, but being airborne, the damage was already done. Now the bubonic plague had Europe in its grasp. Thank you. Good night. Well, it seems gory, doesn't it? Now I must move on, because I don't want to bore you to death. Roll the clip. Newsflash, the end of the plague is near. So far, 60,000 people have died. So we are burning every 12th house along every street. This is a difficult task, so we need every single firefighter in the city watching the blazes and putting them out when they're finished. We're doing it to cleanse the germs, to cause no further damage to us. This is helping for sure, so we will reach the end of this horrible discomfort and restore our once great city, London. Thank you. Inspiring. Now, I have the honour of meeting Dr. Gregory Smith as he reports about the plague. Over to you, Dr. Smith. Hello, I'm Dr. Gregory Smith, and I'm here to tell you about the Great Bubonic Plague. Now, the most important thing is that the plague still lives among those on Earth, and usually people can contract it from infected animals and rats and fleas also. That is where you get the red rings around the flea bites, hence the nursery rhyme. Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down. The haunting Yersinia pestis is a zoonotic bacterium in a rod-like shape. Everyone who has fallen victim has screamed in pain as they develop symptoms like fever, pain, chills, sweating, upset stomach, diarrhea, weakness, aches, white tongue, rapid pulse, slurred speech, confusion, and fatigue. When you have the plague, you can have bleeding under the skin, purplish blotches, and red rings on the skin. You can also have putrid-smelling buboes that ooze toxic pus when popped. That also leads to death almost every time. The first case recorded was in China, 224 BCE. They had no idea what it was, so they didn't know how to treat it. They thought that the devil had possessed her, so they just killed her. That's kind of mean. Don't you think it's crude with the treatments they used to use? They thought it was helping, but really it was just making their condition worse and killing them. There was no right answer, I guess. Well, as we are drawing to a conclusion, I need to say stay healthy, clean, and also stay really healthy. And goodbye. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Smith. Now, moving on from that subject. What if you went through a drive-thru and a puppy dog took your order?